And this is what brings me to our unique advantage, and that is the knowledge of English. Whether we like it or not, now English is the global language of commerce, of internet, of communication, even of diplomacy. And till Chinese or some other language comes up to that level, we have to be good in English, and there we have some advantage. This happened by accident because India was colonized by the British, and they established all kinds of schools in English. But at this point, we are not complaining. Till school level in India, education is in the mother tongue with English as a supplementary language. But all the higher education in India, whether it is for engineering, for medical, for management, is in English. And that is what gives us this fluency in English. India has become very, very globalized. It is very open. People feel very comfortable in India. Whether it is Americans or Chinese or Koreans or Japanese, from any part of the world you come, you can find your own kind of people, you can follow your own religion, you can practice your own cultural traditions, and as long as you don't interfere with others, you are free to do whatever you like. And in our own purchase, etc., we are very open. We buy whatever is available and at the best price. There are some factors which are very specific to India. When you look at India as a market or as a workplace or as a partner, as you take up employment or as you grow in your own organizations, in your own corporations, in your own industries. The population of India is very young, 65% below 35 years of age. So the market, this is a huge, huge future market. Many of the advanced economies have now a stagnant or even a declining population, whether it is Europe or Japan, I'm told even in Korea. But in India, it's a growing market and will continue to grow in the foreseeable future of decades. We have very good domestic savings, so the fundamentals are very strong for continued growth of Indian economy. We have very dynamic entrepreneurial class. If you look at our own entrepreneurs like Narayan Murthy or Ratan Tata, or some of them are absolutely global names, and many Indian managers and executives are now on the global scene, like Indra Nui, she is a top person in Pepsi. If you look at the banking sector in US, at the top you will find a large number of Indian executives. And the opportunity, economic opportunity for global companies, for Korean companies, would be in infrastructure, because India's infrastructure is poor. That is the main constraint at present. We are very short of power. Our roads are very bad. Our ports do not have enough capacity. And that is a huge investment opportunity, business opportunity for all international companies. When you look at investment possibilities in India, then the investment should be tailored primarily to meet the Indian market demand. And exports should come as a add-on, as a something additional. And that is the best model to follow. A 100% export-oriented unit is not really very much required in India. Rules and laws, they're very transparent. We have a very independent judiciary. Most of the decisions go against the government. But I must say that the legal process is slow. Government is very investor friendly. We work very closely with the industry and iron out the differences or bottlenecks which might arise. Government is very sensitive to public opinion, and most foreign investments in India have been profitable. There have been studies by our own chambers of commerce, by the World Bank and by International Finance Corporation, most of the foreign investments in India have been good and profitable. Initial entry may take time. In the initial phase, to get the approvals, etc., may take time. But don't lose patience. Once you have entered the Indian market, once your presence is there, then the rules are predictable, the environment is favorable, and then you will make a lot of money. Intellectual property rights are very secure. One hears of some other countries where all kinds of allegations are there that intellectual property was stolen by the local companies. But I am very happy to say there is no such allegation against Indian companies or Indian executives or Indian entrepreneurs. And if you bring in intellectual property in India, it is very safe and secure. Consumer market in India is very large, 1.2 billion people, and at least 300 million to 400 million are very active in the market. They are big buyers and consumers of all kinds of products. But Indian consumer has two characteristics. One is very small percentage really goes for the brand name, that they will be ready to pay any price just because it is Gucci or Louis Vuitton. Most of the market is a very value conscious market. They want good value for their money. So you must have a good product and at a competitive price. That is very, very important. So the Samsung and LGs, they have captured the market because they have a good product. And the Japanese companies are losing the market because they also have a good product, but it is more expensive. So Indian consumer will not buy Sony just because it's Japanese and Sony was at least at one time a better name. They will buy Samsung and LG if they see that it's a good product, and then our market is very, very price sensitive. And also a whole new concept of marketing has come up in India and Africa and countries where the income disparities are very large, where a lot of people are poor, and that is the volume market, the low-end market, which was promoted by C.K. Prahalad, the well-known management guru of United States. That there is money to be made if you go to the bottom of the market. I'll give you an example. In India, a bottle of shampoo costs about $1, 50 rupees. And most of the poor people cannot buy a bottle of shampoo because 50 rupees is a lot of money. So, about 10 years back, what the companies came up with is a sachet. It is a one-time use shampoo sachet, which costs about 3 cents. And billions of these sachets are sold in the villages and all over the place. Because weekly when you have your shampoo, anybody can go and buy this. 5 cents is nothing. So the whole 300, 400, 500 million people who were totally excluded from the shampoo market because they could not at one go buy a bottle of shampoo are now consumers of that market. So this is just one example, but it has been replicated in many consumer products. Like for cell phones, you can buy a prepaid card of rupees 10, which is 20 cents. 20 cents. And that has opened 600 million people in India have cell phones. They may not have toilet in their house, but they have a cell phone. So you have to very carefully look at the mass market, tailor your product and pricing so that those people come into the play and tap them, and there is huge money to be made.